Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, dear future leaders from all around the country, our great country, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Welcome to your English class. Also, I would like to welcome Mr. Fawaz Al-Aqil. He's going to be our sign language interpreter. And now I think we're so ready to start our new lesson. It's first intermediate grade, first semester. Our subject is English. Our lesson of today is going to be a project. This is my name, Ms. Khulud Saoud. As always, it's a pleasure to be your teacher. Let's start with a quick reminder of our online classroom rules. Find the quiet study area and be ready. Make sure you have your book, pen, pencil, and maybe someone to talk to. Number 2, avoid distractions like TV, food, and other online resources. I need your full attention. Number 3, keep strong and positive. Let's start. So in our previous lesson, we talked about family values and society. And remember, we talked about the Saudi Vision 2030. All success stories start with a vision, and successful visions are based on strong pillars. The first pillar of our vision is our status. As the heart of the Arab and Islamic worlds, we recognize that Allah the Almighty has bestowed on our land a gift more precious than oil. Our kingdom is the land of the 2 holy mosques, the most sacred sites on earth, and the direction of the Kaaba, Qiblat al-Muslimin, to which more than 1 billion Muslims turn at prayers. Remember, we talked about this famous saying by King Salman bin Abdul Aziz, my first objective is for our country to be a pioneering and successful global model of excellence on all fronts, and I will work with you to achieve that. And this is a famous saying said by the Crown Prince, Prince Mohammed bin Salman. It's my pleasure to present Saudi Arabia's vision for the future. It's an ambitious yet achievable blueprint which expresses our long-term goals and expectations and reflects our country's strengths and capabilities. So remember, we said it's really important to have a vision and goal, short-term goals and long-term goals. Each lesson starts with objectives, and they are the short-term goals. By the end of this course, we will be able to speak English. So this is our long-term goal. For any successful person, you need to have a plan for yourself and a vision. What do you want to be in future? What's your dreams? Have you ever write your own dreams and make a plan for yourself? Do you keep them in a journal? Congratulations if so, because that means you're a successful person. You need to have a vision. So in our reading, Family Values and Society, Saudi Arabia has many assets to build a good future. We have a vision for the country. This vision has 3 themes. One of these themes is a good society. Remember when we talked about a good society? How to have a good society. The society is a group of people, right? They are in small groups called families. And those families created the society. At the end, we will have one country. So in order to have a good society, we need to care about each single person. And if each one of us have a clear vision, at the end, we'll be successful to create and achieve our long-term goals. So it's really important for good society that families provide education, healthcare, all services, all your needs to you in order to be a good citizen in the community. Families are very important in society they protect society, and they care for the children. A very important part of our country is Islamic values. What are our Islamic values? Try to think of some of Islamic values we have. We care about being good to each other as families, right? We're supposed to visit our family members. We need to respect the elder people, like your grandparents, your uncles, your aunts. You show respect to people who are older than you, and you show mercy to people who are younger or maybe weaker than you, right? So this way we have Islamic values. What else? We have many Islamic values that help to create a good society. Islam helps families stay together. Saudi Arabia provides families with support for their children. It assists parents with their children's education. Families care for their children and for the future of the country. Every family wants a home. Saudi Arabia also helps its families to buy homes and feel safe. So in today's lesson project, here is our lesson objectives. Learners will be able to search and write about the Saudi royal family, Al Saud. So I want you to make a research about the Saudi royal family. Remember how we can create our research. It's a good idea always to go and find reliable resources. You can talk to your teacher for help, or maybe your parents. They can help you and provide you with correct resources and references for more information. Also, it's a good idea to support your research with pictures. So let's start with this great picture of our great King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud. It's a good idea always to make sure you have pictures. Write about the Saudi royal family. You will start talking about King Abdulaziz, may Allah rest his soul in peace, and all the kings of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. You can find many information that you can add to your research. So let's start with a quick review of the unit. In our lesson and discuss plus pair work, there was some questions that we talked about. Number 1, do people in your country usually have big or small families? And remember we said big and small are adjectives to describe what kind of family do you have. Are you an only child? If you're an only child, that means you're coming from small family. If you have many siblings, brothers and sisters, that means you're coming from a big family. Question 2, which family in the pictures in your book is most like yours? So you can find pictures for families, big families with big number of members, or small families. Number 3, where are the cities? Mark them on the map. Mark your city, town too. Let's look at the different cities for each family. Families around the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Remember when you talked about society and we said we have different cities in Saudi Arabia: Riyadh, Dammam, Sharqiyya, Jeddah, Abha, Al-Qasim, Hayil, right? All those cities are parts of our country, and within those cities many families live. So let's go and see. Number 1, Dammam. Look at this picture for Ali with his wife Noura and their baby son Hussein. Hussein is an only child, so he is coming from a small family, as you can see. So do you find this picture related to you? Are you from a small or a big family? Next, Riyadh. Riyadh is the capital city of the Saudi Arabia. As you can see, here is a picture of a big family. Can you count how many family members in this picture? Can you tell where it's the grandparents and the parents, brothers and sisters, nephew maybe or niece? Grandfather Ibrahim and the grandmother Fatima with children and grandchildren. They have a big family. Next city is Jeddah. Can you find Jeddah in the map? Is it in the north, east, west, south? Good job. It's in the west side of Saudi Arabia. Look at this picture. Do you think it's a big family or a small family? Hamid with his wife Sabah and their children. Hamid and Sabah are the parents of 3 children. And remember the word children? It's the plural of child. 1 child, 3 children. Majid, Maryam and Badriya. Next city is Abha. Look at this picture. Umar with his wife Rifa and their teenage son Faisal. Is it a big or small family? Good job, it's a small family. Faisal doesn't have any brothers and sisters, so he's an only child. And this is Ahmed's family. Here is a picture of Ahmed with his grandfather husband, grandmother wife. Adil and Asma are Ahmed's grandparents. Adil is Asma's husband, Asma is Adil's wife. Also, we were introduced to uncle and aunt. Hamid is Ahmed's uncle, Muna is Ahmed's aunt. Hamid is Adil and Asma's son. Hamid and Muna are married. Son and cousin, daughter, cousin. Ali and Farah are Hamid and Muna's son and daughter. They are Ahmed's cousins. Also, in grammar, we talked about the verb have and has. Remember? When you want to talk about your siblings, you will be saying, I have 3 sisters and 4 brothers, and so on. Let's look here at the affirmative form of verb have. We start with a subject pronoun such as I, you, with the verb have, we for plural, you for singular and plural, they and have. I have a sister, you have a sister, we have a sister, you have a sister, and they have a sister. How about the singular? If he or she, he for male and she for female, the verb has come with he and she. He has a sister, she has a sister. If we want to make it in a negative form, what should we add before the verb have? We add don't and doesn't. If you don't have any sister, you will be saying, if you're talking about yourself, I don't have a sister. If you're talking about someone else, it could be singular or plural. You don't have a sister. He or she doesn't have a sister. We don't have a sister. You don't have a sister. They don't have a sister. Also, we learned how to create a question. With the verb have, usually we start with do and does. Do followed with a subject pronoun, either you, we, they, and then plus the verb have and the thing that we are asking about. Do you have a sister? Yes, I have. Or no, I don't have. Do we have a sister? Do they have a sister? Also with verb does. Does he have a sister? Does she have a sister? Short answers would be either yes or no. Yes, I do. Yes, we do. Yes, they do. Yes, he does. Yes, she does. In case if it's a short answer in negative form, no, I don't. No, we don't. No, they don't. Or no, she or he doesn't. Also, we learned how to use quantity expressions. Any, a lot of, and lots of. Do you have any sister? Do you have any brother? This expression asks about the quantity. It could be none, it could be one or more. How about a lot of or lots of? It's almost the same meaning. Lots of, that means big number of family members. Question number 1. Do you have any brothers and sisters? Asking about the quantity, to express the quantity. The answer is no, I don't have any brothers and sisters. And notice here, since it's do you have, I changed the subject pronoun you into I, because I'm talking about myself in the answer, and then the verb do followed by not, because the answer was negative. Okay, so no, I don't then have any brothers and sisters. The next question, do you have any cousins? If the answer is yes, you don't have to use don't or do. Yes, I have right away. Yes, I have. And we change you into I because I'm talking about myself. Yes, I have. And then adding the quantity expressions, a lot of or lots of cousins. And usually it comes with plural noun. Okay, lots of cousins to show that it's a big number. Also, we talked about the possessive S. Michael has a sister. That's Michael's sister. This is another way to say the same sentence. You could talk about someone's bag. This is, let's say, Abdullah's bag. This is Abdullah's bag. Michael has a sister. That's Michael's sister. And because Michael is a singular, only one, so we add the apostrophe followed by S, and then the thing that belongs to whom? To Michael. She's his sister. Next sentence, my cousins have a cat. That's my cousin's cat. Did you notice something here? What's the difference? The first sentence was a singular noun. Here it could be two or more, right? Two or more. So, in order to avoid double S, we keep the S for the plural noun, and then we add the apostrophe followed by the noun or the thing that belongs to the cousins, which is the cat. Also, with question words, we learned how to ask about the number, how many, and who when we're talking about a specific person. Who's your favorite uncle? Remember? Question number 1, how many cousins do you have? I'm asking about the number. So the answer would be, I have 3, let's say, or 4 cousins. Let's look at the answer. I have a lot of cousins. Next question. Who are these children? Who asks about whom? The children. They are unknown. Maybe I see those children for the first time, so I'm asking, who are these children? The answer would be defining who are they. They are my cousins. So now I have an information who are these children who are unknown for me. Next, also in listening, we listen and complete chart about Sarah's family. Remember, it's a good idea to go back to the same audio, practice listening. And in listening, we said it's really important to keep a notebook near to you. Take as much as you can notes. You don't have to write in a full sentences. Just try to catch the answers, and I'll teach you some trick to know how can you find the correct answers. Look at this chart. How many brothers, sisters, uncles, aunts, cousins? While listening, whenever you hear the speaker saying brothers and then the number, you're going to write it down next to brothers and so on for each word. Okay? Also in pronunciation, we said that we notice how the words are pronounced together quickly. Then we practice. Do you have a brother? Do you have a brother? Do you have any cousins? Do you have any cousins? It's almost as if it's one word. In conversation and about you, we heard the conversation between Sabah and Badriya talking about their families. And usually when you're starting a topic for the first time with someone, you will start with tell me about, and then you mention the topic that you're about to talk about. Tell me about your family. So probably they're meeting for the first time, or maybe it's the first time talking about their families. And we said in order to describe a family, you can add the adjective big or small, sisters and brothers. And if you have more than one, remember to add the S for plural. 5 girls, can you see? Because it's a big number. In your family, also married, it's an adjective right here. I have got, this is a short form of the verb have. Got a little nephew and a niece. Also we learned the word aunt. How about you? It's a nice question to ask the same question back to the person who's talking to you. An only child means you're coming from a small family and your family has only you. Okay? Do you miss having a brother or a sister? And we said miss is a verb, and you can ask this question for someone to see how much they feel. Is that good or so bad? Not really. Is to express that you're not feeling bad about that thing. I have the house all to myself. By the end of today's lesson, we're almost heading to the end of Unit 5, so it's a good idea to practice. Remember, you have a project to write about the royal family. Make sure you have all the information from correct resources. You always can ask your parents, your teacher, to help you in that. Thank you so much. Until I meet you next time, take good care and bye-bye for now.